Hi.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Knitting on Our Jeans. I'm Liz.
I'm Carolyn.
And sorry about being out for about 2 weeks. Whatever voice you hear from her is what she's gotten back in the last week and a half. Right. And I was essentially told to stay away for the last week and a half so that I would not catch it and spread it. So
started with a sore throat. I went immediately to the doctor, hoping to shortstop this. That was a bad move because I hadn't developed really any germs yet. So whatever test they did showed nothing. Meanwhile, I can feel myself falling off a cliff. So they gave me a prescription for antibiotics, but don't get it filled until you're decidedly worse. Well, by Saturday night, I was decidedly worse, but it was too late to get the prescription filled. So probably would have been better if I'd waited a day to go in to see the doctor, because then I would have developed more symptoms. Anyway.
But so Mom didn't make it to the Myak event.
No, I was really ticked.
But you had me in your stead. Is it downstairs?
It's downstairs, too. Okay. Anyway.
I can go grab it if you would like.
Yeah, I think it's down by my chair.
Okay.
So
you
then
continue entertaining the people.
The sore throat went into asthmatic bronchitis. So I was at the doctor. 2 weeks this coming Thursday. A week ago Good Friday, I was back at the doctor because I had developed pink eye, or conjunctivitis, in my right eye overnight between Thursday and Friday. So got an appointment with the doctor. He looked and says, "Oh yeah, that's pink eye." And he says, "And I think you've got asthmatic bronchitis now." So I have an inhaler. I'm continuing with the antibiotics that I got from the first visit. And I have eye drops.
If I keep going out of frame, that's because I am leaning away when she coughs. We are, as you can see, there is marked distance between.
Right now I'm coughing because my throat's just irritated.
Right,
I've been coughing before and I'm talking. It's like I cough when I eat because something's going down the throat. Yeah. This is a Halls. And he said, keep your hands washed. So I did. So it only took another 24 hours before the left eye got conjunctivitis. Yes. So 2 eyes with conjunctivitis. I've since looked it up and found out that a lot of that's caused by the strep virus, or the strep bacteria. So strep throat can go to conjunctivitis, or at least it did in my case. So now I have got antibiotic eye drops. They seem to be helping a great deal. The right eye does not itch today.
And they don't look
bad. The left eye itches. So it's got a couple more days. I'm going to continue with the drops until they're gone. Enough of this nonsense. And my cough is better. The less I talk, the less I cough. It's just one of those things. So I don't think I'm contagious anymore. Today's the last day of my antibiotics. It's killed whatever germs, but I couldn't talk. Yeah. So I couldn't say hi to you all. I did.
We did think about doing a video where I just talked and she did interpretive movements. But then you lost your energy to even come upstairs to do that.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time if you have the energy, and there goes the pen.
Anyway, I'm cpredmor on Ravelry, and on Instagram I post as Knitting in Our Jeans. I did post something about...
You did? Your jacket.
My jacket, which is completed and got the buttons on and everything else, and it's blocked.
Yeah.
It got a little bit longer, I think. So I'm really pleased with it.
I think the more you wear it, the more it'll grow. And I'm Toolizzforyou, TOOLIZZFORYOU on Instagram and Ravelry. Yeah. And we have welcomed 2 new members of our family since we last saw you.
If you remember, I had 4 baby sweaters to make. Well, I finished 2. Yes. I finished 2.
You said you finished 1. You said 1 needs to be washed, and you have others in production, and the one for Cieslak is still to be knit.
I've lost track of 1.
Okay.
Fiona's is downstairs, needs to be washed.
Mm-hmm.
I have to... The other one's
here?
over there.
Oh, yes. It's over there in the bookcase.
Okay. We now have to remember where we put our completed projects. All right. So, yes, we have... So, I have 2 completed sweaters.
Yes.
A third is almost completed, but when I got the conjunctivitis, I decided I wasn't going to knit on any baby sweaters because even though I wash them in the washer and the dryer, I didn't want to get the germs on the sweaters. So, those baby sweater productions went. So we now have 2 new members of our family.
Yep.
Born within the same week.
Yes.
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 And they're both home.
Yes.
So one's Fiona, one's Chloe. So yay.
Yes.
Very
excited
to welcome them.
Welcome them. They're cute kids.
Very cute.
They're cute
very,
kids.
Very, very cute. Both C-sections, so
Yeah.
no flat head between the 2 of them.
Yeah.
And one was 6 pounds, 14 ounces. The other was 7 pounds, something, I think.
Yeah.
So roughly about the same size. And
Yeah.
they seem to be doing really well.
Yeah.
So we're really very, very happy, very, very pleased.
So we'll probably see them next month.
Right. I have the one sweater for a January baby that's lacking a sleeve. So that's almost done. It would have definitely been done if it's for the conjunctivitis. And then Chloe's sweater, I have 4 rows on, so. But
okay.
Again, that's something that's being held in abeyance. So instead, I started working on stuff for me.
Okay. What did you start working on?
I started working on my tunic. The Varna.
Oh, the Varna. Oh.
Now, I don't think you can tell the difference between my first skein and my second skein.
No.
So this is a silent fiber.
It's in the Untangled 19
I'm
colorway.
just going to look it up. Anyway, I'm just about ready to wind. I think we need to wind 2 more skeins.
Do you want me to wind 2 more? I'll wind 2 more.
At least 2 more skeins.
I'll wind them.
Because I'm taking it with me for Thanksgiving. Yes, I'm getting in a car tomorrow and driving to Virginia.
I'm not.
Don't ask. Well, we're taking your suitcase.
Yes.
Yes. And we got a 2-bedroom.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we got a free upgrade.
Hot damn.
Yes.
I get a real bed, y'all.
You get a real bed, which also means if I'm now down to waking up only once tonight, coughing my fool head off. So now I can go into the living room and I won't wake anybody up. Or
I
if
mean,
I do,
either way, you won't wake me up anyways. Let's be real.
I need to do 5 repeats.
Okay.
I'm now 3.5 repeats in.
Okay.
3 1/3. 3 1/3.
Is that until the armhole?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, we're just on...
It's supposed... Oh, and then you just keep working until it measures 17.5 inches.
Oh, okay.
So
you do your decreases to get to whatever your, solid length is.
Right.
Your solid width, and then you go. Mm-hmm.
I'm very pleased.
It looks great. What's going on here?
It's a moss stitch.
Oh, that's where you added your second ball?
That is where I had a piece yay long.
Uh-huh.
When I was alternating skeins. And I didn't want to cut off a piece yay long.
Okay.
So then I did every other stitch in that.
It'll block out fine. It's just when you're holding it up from the back, the light is coming through. You can't see it here because we don't have a window back here, but...
It's going to be fine.
Yeah, it is. It just... it looks... It'll be fine. It looks
a little wonky, but add another layer, so... And it's for me. So, you can tell I'm starting to feel better because I've actually been knitting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not this past weekend, the weekend before, Mom didn't knit at all. And
I was passing in and out of consciousness.
Yeah.
Not that I was passing out. I was just falling asleep. I would be awake, and then I'd be asleep. And then I'd be awake, and then I'd be asleep. So, I have to feel good in order to knit.
Oh, and you did the tubular at the cast on?
I did.
Looks really good.
And
it's a good color.
I love it. I just love it. So I am going to be thrilled I actually was hoping that by the time we did this that I would have gotten all of my repeats done, but I'm still not quite up to 100%. But I've done pretty well.
And you have both car rides and all of the weekend.
I could be driving. What, are you kidding? Your father's leg hurts when he drives.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, so that's the knitting I've been doing since I put the baby sweater down. Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about what you're working on?
So, well, I want to finish this row, so I was hoping you had more.
Oh, I do. I can talk about the pillow. I decided that since we're going to get new
couch cushion covers,
new sofa covers, that I'm going to knit some pillow covers.
Oh, nice.
Because we have pink fake fur pillows at the moment.
They're very comfortable.
They're extremely comfortable.
But they're not the most glorious things to look at. Like they're getting a little grody. Mind you, they're clean. Like we clean them, but they are not as hot pink as they were, baby pink as they were. And also the baby pink will not go with. Oh!
So these are the colors. This is the main
color.
Main color. And then I have this as a contrast, and I have this
as
nice. A contrast. And this is the pattern that I have.
Corner to corner cushion.
Found.
Nice.
It does have bobbles in one of those stripes. I am not doing bobbles. All I need to do is fall asleep on a pillow and have bobble patterns on my face. It's not happening. But I think it's worth a shot. I've measured the pillow. I thought it was a square pillow.
I thought it was too.
The pillow I measured is 20 by 16. So now that
it might be with the way it fluffed that it poofed out that we thought it was square, but it's not.
Well, maybe we'll look at it again.
We'll look at them
again.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have yarn to work on at least one pillow cover.
Nice.
Yes. So I'm quite pleased with that. And this is yarn that we had here in the stash.
Good.
The good old stash. This was...
Backyard.
Yes.
It's backyard.
But it was... Tanya's. So thank you, Tanya.
Yeah.
And I think this is an LRA.
So I am working on a shawl for my swap I'm doing. I'm pretty sure she doesn't watch us, so I can show it. I'm not going to give you all the pattern until it's done and gifted. But this is what I'm working on.
Very pretty.
In my lap. Yeah, it's moving along pretty quickly. She lives further north than we do, so I figured a shawl, and especially a fingering weight shawl, would be really nice because it'll be warm, but it's also light enough that she could have it with her any time of year.
Stick it in your purse.
Exactly.
Wear it in the office.
Exactly. So that's kind of where I was going with that. And I finished, well, almost, because I sent a picture to Shameka and Ashby, and they decided that I needed to do something else, and I'll explain that. But I finished the blanket for Cieslak.
Very pretty.
It's so, so lovely. Though it was putting me to sleep because it's so warm, and I had it on my lap. Yeah, that was fun.
Passing out all the time.
Passing out. So what I think I'm going to do, though, is I think I'm going to use the light gray, and I'm going to put a 2-row border on these two edges.
Oh, I like that idea.
Since there are places where it's just a garter ridge, and then there are places where it's been bound off. Otherwise,
good idea.
The top and bottom edges are both bound off, and I did all the weaving in of the ends so that I could make that decision like now. But I think I'm going to do that, and that'll be done, and it'll go in the washer and dryer, and then it'll be off.
Excellent.
But I'm really, really excited about this. I think next time I do it, I might edit it a little differently and do it in 2 stripes and mattress stitch the middle seam. Just because I might want to do it where the second side starts with the little boxes instead of the big boxes. That's all. Because I do think I'm going to do it again because it was pretty fun.
Cool.
And I mean, it took me less than a month.
Yes.
So, not bad.
Very good.
So once I finished that, or to that point, I decided to reward myself.
Always good.
Yes. So, as we remember, I was swatching for my Ursa. So this is the washed swatch. So this is the 10.5s as per pattern. This is 9s, and this is 8s. I really liked the feel of the 9s the best. I think it made the best fabric. Not that I didn't like the 10s. It's just the 10s are a little bit more...
you work in a cold office.
I do work in a cold office, and I am just concerned about it being a bit too drapey with the pattern.
Okay.
So... I cast on, actually I did the math, and I figured out that with the gauge that I have in the block swatch, that, and by blocked I mean washed, swatch, that I need to go up to the size 50 stitch count for the sweater. So currently I am in the second set of directions for the increases for...
Because you're using a smaller needle.
Because I'm using a smaller needle. And I figured out what bust I would have made if I had gotten gauge. And I used those numbers to then find my stitch count so that I would still have the same sort of drape and ease.
Be able to follow the pattern more easily.
And I'm only about maybe a stitch off, like total, if I use this as size 50. And I figure, whatever. We'll figure it out from there. But it's a V-neck. And so far, it's looking really good. I really love this color, and I love the yarn. It's the Myak Chunky, which is actually being discontinued, but it is absolutely lovely. And then there's this half brioche stitch detail at the raglan and down the center back, which is just beautiful. So I am going to remeasure my Soldotna and my Shifty to make sure that I know the depth from the armhole to the bottom of the hem that I want, because those two are both good for me to wear with jeans to work, and that's kind of my my typical cropped length, because I am short-waisted. So, and I wear high-waisted pants very often, so I can wear them, and I want to wear my sweaters to work. So, yay.
Great.
Yeah. So I've been working on that, but I now the swap needs to be sent out right after Thanksgiving, so that is now becoming my knit all the time, everywhere project. I do have other babies to knit for, but I want to knit something for me. Because
I was on a tear to get all the baby stuff done. My eyes got in my way.
Yeah, the two blankets right after each other really killed me in terms of wanting to knit something for myself. But I still have plans to make something for something else for Fiona and a few things for her older brother. Because we don't want him to think we've forgotten him.
No.
Because we haven't. And so those things I think will be first on the list when I pick it back up, in addition to making sure I at least have one or two things done for the babies in January. Because I think I can use the leftovers from what I want to make, the blanket I want to make Fiona in to a Pinguino with some leftovers from the blanket for Cieslak. I can use those leftovers in a Pinguino. And then I think I'll make maybe a hat, booty, and, little sweater set for the other one. I'm not sure yet. And then there's another shawl that I want to make into, and just gift it as a shawl / blanket / whatever, for my freshman year roommate, because I want to knit the shawl. And I think it'd also be really good, for her. I think she'd like it. So, yeah. But right now, I have a swap gift to make, and I want to knit my Ursa. Because I totally thought that I was going to be able to wear that for Thanksgiving. Yep. I can totally knit an Ursa in like a day and a half. Totally.
Yeah. Just like I'm going to do the Varna.
Totally.
So for some reason, I know, they were having, Get my bag back.
So are we doing acquisitions and then we'll do events?
Paradise Fibers was having a sale on fiber. And I was homesick, so of course I ordered fiber.
Of course.
So I've got Paradise Fiber Cheviot wool roving. I've got merino, undyed merino. I've got Blueface Leicester.
Ooh.
I have Icelandic wool.
You really went to town.
Fun. And then...
But wait, there's more!
Yes. I have recycled sari silk roving.
Ooh.
I think this is going to be fun. I think I have enough stuff here to spin until the day I, kick my clogs. Because this is just amazing. So yes, I acquired that. And then...
okay.
Stitchcraft.
Oh.
A very popular knitting little magazine in Great Britain. I think it's starting in the 1920s, but I'm not sure. So you could see this is June 1949. And I think I bought it for the sweater on the front.
I would think so.
Well, but there's an even prettier sweater.
Oh, no.
On the inside. Actually, there's 2 or 3.
Oh.
I like that. It's called On the Back Page.
Ooh.
And that's really pretty. There's something here called the Teenage Jumper. I have yet to figure out why that's a teenage jumper. I think it's a great black and white sweater or 2-color sweater.
Yeah.
So I think that's great. And then there's one more in here. Shown in pattern. What pattern? And somehow there's a blouse and skirt. So this must have been a sewing pattern. No. There's a cardigan and dress. Ooh. All right. I have to investigate. Because apparently there's a dress in here someplace. And you all know how much I love knitted dresses.
It might be the little baby one that was just up front.
Ah, that could be. All right, so that's a cardigan, but there's another women's sweater. Ah, this.
Ooh, I like the diagonals.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh,
that's
I like
really
the
nice.
Diagonals.
So this little booklet, I think it says 9 pence. I think it cost me $12.
That's fine. There's like 4 patterns in there.
Exactly. So that was really terrific. Then
I haven't looked through this, so start with that one.
Interweave Knits. Is this the most recent one? No.
I think so.
This is not. This is the one that has my pattern in it, I think.
Oh, where's the most recent one? Downstairs?
I think it's still downstairs.
I'll be right back.
Yes,
this is what happens when we don't.
When I'm sick.
Record for.
This has the Varna in it. That's why I picked it up. And I have bought the Varna pattern digitally too, so that I got it in digital form. I can use it on my Knit Companion. This
is great.
Look at
I love that
sweater on the front.
I might or might not have an option for that already.
Already.
Yeah.
So if we can get through this. So yes, this is the Knit Winter 2020. It is absolutely
gorgeous.
Fantastic if I can get to. All right, it says it's called Winter Hues. Now, you liked this cardigan that had the lace detail in the back. I'm usually so cold that the idea of having a lace in the back, I think I'd have to do a swatch. It does look like it's a fairly solid lace pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's one of those things where I'd have to think about it.
Yeah.
Very nice cowl. Very
Yes.
nice. To me, it looks Greek, or hints of Greek. Then look at this.
Love this.
I love this.
Love it.
This is something that's going to be
Probably knit by both of us.
Yes, on our needles.
Yeah. Because I might or might not already have some yarn picked out. Yes, excuse you.
And another color block tunic. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it. Oh, by the way, been drinking chicken noodle soup.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that chicken noodle soup is really high in sodium?
Yes.
Yes, I didn't.
Oh.
Yes. That's a really cute hat. I like that hat. It's got a nice texture to it. Then they've got a huge shawl, poncho type thing. That is enormous. Then a guy's hoodie sweater. Really nice for the man in your life. My husband hates sweaters, so he's not getting it. You know?
He likes sweaters on other people. He just overheats in them.
And then this is one you liked because it was crop top.
I do like it, and I might have yarn for it. Well,
so
half of the
I
yarn
like
for
it too, but it would have to be
No,
about
I'm gonna make it
12
longer.
inches longer.
Well, we could see how you could do it.
And then another really nice hat.
That was good. Yeah. So, as Mom was saying, that tunic we both love,
Yeah.
I went stash diving for.
Did you? Oh,
I
did
did.
you see this?
I know, I love it. It's so pretty.
That is a gorgeous
so cute.
cardigan.
So I went stash diving,
Mm.
and I picked out all of my tweeds from Nerd Girl Yarns. So let me find my phone.
This?
Yes.
She's talking about this sweater.
So.
Which is known as the Russor pullover
Yes. So.
by Courtney Spainhauer.
Yes. It's that, and then that, and then that, and then that. So, I'm thinking
Ooh,
that.
really nice.
Going like that.
I like it.
Yeah. So, these are fingering weight, so I will have to swatch and do the math because it's written for a DK sport weight. But I think I'll be able to do it. It has a good amount of ease built into it, if I remember correctly. So, I am very excited about it. There are 7 colors in that sweater. I have 6 here.
7 3/4 inches of positive ease.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'll be able to. Yeah, and it goes up pretty far. So, yeah.
I think we're good.
Well, A is the finished measurement. So, yeah, it's pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just have to save your yarn.
Yeah.
For your sleeves.
Yeah, for the sleeves. Or do the sleeves first.
Do that.
Which we all know I typically do because I have very long arms.
The sleeves that go for days.
Yes.
Yes.
So, I do have a 7th color. It is not tweed, and I don't like it as much, but if I determine I need it, then I have it. But these are all from Nerd Girl, and most of these, I believe, were actually random fandom. This was from the West Wing Club, but that a friend of mine got me because I wasn't in the club, but I love the color. So
very nice.
She helped me acquire that one.
And then the other book we got is the Pompom.
Yeah, which is great. I just looked through it. So.
Waterlands, another colorwork sweater. Really nice. Look at this. Colorwork all the way around. Really gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Hat, obviously. Big season for hats. Really nice heavy cardigan. But since I've got my amber leafy cardigan, I really don't need another heavy cardigan on the needles at the moment. Then they've got a 2-color shawl. Very pretty.
Yeah, it's
very, very pretty. I like
That's
this.
crochet. That's crochet. I just looked at it because it's gorgeous and I want to do it, but my crochet is not up to snuff.
It's not crochet.
Yes, it is. Look in the back. Look at the pattern.
Acre.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, you're right.
I know.
It looks knitted.
It looks like it's brioche.
Well, hell,
You could totally do it.
You could totally do that. Yeah. I mean, that if you look
it's
at
beautiful.
It looks like knitted stitches.
Yeah.
This is what I'm looking at. It definitely looks like knitted stitches going up. I think you could do that as brioche or just a rib.
Mm.
Anyway, that's
it's
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
This is a really pretty hat. I
Yeah.
like that with the color work in it. This I like. That color work goes around the body to the back.
That's nice. That's very... Oh, I like it. Yeah. Yeah, that's
like
really
that.
cool.
So, Intarsia.
Yeah.
Is my jam. And then this is a really nice cable cardigan. Big fat cables. Here it is in the green color.
I like them. They're just, it looks like, when you put on those sweaters, you look like you put effort in when, like, in getting dressed, when really you probably just picked up the comfiest thing,
going.
You know.
And then there's this.
Oh, did you skip the socks?
I did skip the socks.
Oh, the socks are so cool.
Anyway, here are the socks.
The socks are so cool.
Socks are very cool. Yes, you're right. They're a tweed of some
No, I think they're a stripe.
Is it a stripe?
I think that's a stripe.
There's an interesting pattern thing
there's
going
a
on.
pattern and a stripe.
Because it's not straight across.
No, but I think it's, because I think there's like a increase-decrease kind of thing, but I think it's a stripe.
Could be.
It's really cool.
Very cool. So that's Terraform. And then...
There's a bunch of good articles,
some
as
very
always.
Good articles. And then they have an article on how to do this kind of variegated, gradated dyeing.
Oh, cool.
That they're using as a wall hanging. I thought it was a curtain.
You could do it as a curtain.
You probably could do it as a curtain. Or you could dye your yarn and then do the weaving. So, really nice issue there.
Good stuff. So...
two more of my advent calendars have arrived.
The Asylum Fibers one and the Earl Grey Yarn Company one.
Yes, so now I have all three of my advent calendars.
Yay!
Which is good, since Advent starts on Sunday.
And I have received my Katrinkles and my Vegan Yarns one. I have not received my Earl Grey Fiber Co. one. However, I have received the shipping information, so I do keep clicking the tracking slightly obsessively.
It should come soon.
I hope so. But I'm really excited about all of those. But on to what I have acquired.
Oh, we didn't talk about the loop. Is that what we're going to talk about?
That's in events.
Okay, sorry.
So, Random Fandom for the month of November showed up. I know. I need it.
Oh my God.
I need a sweater of this. I need it.
Oh my God.
So, I'm hoping that this will go up. You are ill. You may not touch until you are no longer ill.
I'm going to cough until January.
No. Conjunctivitis.
Oh.
Once your eye drops are done, you may touch.
He said I'd be good after 3 days.
Then after the weekend, you can touch.
All right.
I do not want you contaminating my yarn with your germs.
I agree.
So this is called Take Her Away Urn, which is the night bus from Harry Potter.
I love it.
Love it so much. It goes with my hair.
Yes, it does.
It goes with my hair, guys.
It's perfect.
And it has my gray streak. It's my hair, guys. I love this. I need a sweater out of it. I have not said that about a Random Fandom in a while. So I'm like really excited. Because this is definitely going to come home when that gets posted, if it gets posted. So that'll probably actually be a Christmas gift, because I realized today that I really don't have a Christmas list.
I don't either.
So that'll be, one, and then I think I'm gonna, because the cousins are coming in on Wednesday, so they'll, I think I'm gonna ask maybe to get my 2 antique etchings framed.
Okay.
And then
I'm
frames.
not going shopping on Friday. I think we're going down to Richmond.
We're all going down to Richmond?
It's up to you, but I think I'm taking Nanny down to Richmond to see Rick's
house. Okay.
I mean, there's nothing I need to buy. Whatever we're going to get as Christmas presents can be bought online.
Yeah.
So, and I don't need to be out shopping.
And you don't need to be out shopping.
Nope.
So, I'll talk with the cousins. So I also got some stuff from Pandia's Jewels. So I had previously ordered this trio, and then I saw a pattern called, I believe it's called Once Again. Let me pull it up. And it essentially uses these colors in the pattern that is on the pattern that's like in the picture. So of course I reached out to Julia, who is Pandia, Nimruz of Pandia's Jewels. Oh my goodness, where is it? Oh, goodness. Trying to find it. Why is this being... Oh, here. Everdream. Sorry. And so this is the top.
Wow.
So, and if you look the colors...
Oh my goodness.
I essentially had the colors except for the mid-color purple. So it goes dark purple to mid-purple to the yellow with the color work details in the white. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this. So I ordered the Behind the Mists at Avalon at her recommendation for it. And I think it's perfect. So I think that will be something I cast on very soon. And yes, they are singles, but that's what the kit came as, and so I decided not to get a different base for the third color. And I know we say we don't like to use singles, but in this case, I will make an exception because it's just, it's perfect. It's almost exactly what the pattern is, and it's just beautiful in the pattern, so it's what we're doing.
Cool.
So Random Fandom, we already saw. And then my friend Tanya showed me a D-Stash listing on Instagram.
She's so helpful.
For Hedgehog Fibers Yak.
Oh my gosh.
So it's 50% yak, or 75% yak, 25% bamboo. So it's boyfriend friendly. Mm-hmm. And it's gray-brown. And it's glorious. And I really like it. I have a bunch of sweaters that I'm thinking about in it, because I think it'll be a really good, workhorse sweater. And it's so soft.
It'll be warm.
It's so soft, and it'll be so warm. And it's boyfriend friendly. So, yeah, I did that. That happened. But I'm really happy that I got it, because also Hedgehog Fibers Yak is no longer being produced. So, I have it. But yeah, so those are things. Oh, and then with Pandia's, I also ordered a llama stitch marker.
Very cute.
So, yeah, that is what I have acquired this week. But then we also went to...
You went?
Well, I went with Tanya to Myak's Loop of London pop-up. So, Mom was ill, but she did send me in her stead. So, I did pick up something from Loop. We got the bags with, purchases. And then I got this beautiful yarn from L'Amoure. And it's an alpaca cashmere silk.
Oh.
And I got it in these two colors.
Very pretty.
And I'm thinking of making a colorwork sweater, obviously. I have two that are currently in the running right now, but Also, boyfriend friendly. Also, so freaking soft. This green was the last one on the table, and it just looked so lonely. So I was like, okay, well, no matter what other color I get, you're coming home with me. And of course, someone overheard me and was like, yes, because that is how we talk to lone skeins of yarn. And I was like, of course it is.
You don't want them to be upset.
You don't want them to be lonely. So I then picked up, I was debating between a dusty pink and this lavender lilac. And I'm glad I picked the lilac because with the green it looks really good. And then I, of course, went home and I realized I have a very similar color palette of yarn that I got in Montreal. So apparently I'm drawn to greens and purples right now.
Did you bring my ruler?
I did. I handed it to you.
You did. Thank you.
And then, so I was walking around sending photos to Mom, and I took a photo of the table of the alpaca cashmere silk, and Mother sent back an immediate response of, if you don't come home with the blue, don't come home. You didn't. You said I would like the blue.
That's right.
To which I interpreted the swiftness of your response, though, said,
isn't it gorgeous?
Come home.
This is Laine Amore. De la douceur en couleur. So soft colors.
Yes.
And this is baby alpaca, 70%, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere.
It's just glorious. It's just glorious.
It is. They're suggesting needles somewhere between 3 and 3.5 millimeters. Hand wash, lavage à la main. And prendre le thé avec un canard. Summer, have tea with a duck. I'm not
sure.
That's
the colorway.
Oh, that's what it is. So this is have tea with a duck.
That's so cute.
Or prendre le thé avec un canard. And then she got me a loot bag also.
Yeah. And then
I can't tell you how put out I was not to be able to go. But that was the day after the first doctor's visit, and the sore throat was just a killer. Mm-hmm. I missed a funeral that day. But I think I've managed not to get anybody else sick.
Which is a major plus point for all of this.
Exactly.
Hold on. I have my wrist guard back on because
there's another lump.
The ganglion cyst has come back, so it hurts, and there's a lump. So it's making writing more difficult, which is really frustrating, but if I don't wear it, then I end up being in more pain.
Getting a bigger lump.
Yeah, so we're trying to avoid the doctor in just terms of doing what they said to do. If it comes back, if it gets significantly worse, then yes, I will go see a professional about it. So,
I see more yarn over there.
I know. So I also got, because it was at Myak, this isn't all of what I got, but I also got more of the burgundy in order to have enough to because I wasn't sure of the gauge yet, since the gauge swatch was still being knit on Friday. I wasn't sure how much I would have to go up, like how many sizes I would have to go up, so I ended up buying enough yarn to make the largest size, or thereabouts. Okay. So I now know I will probably not have to use all that yarn, but I now have a lot of it in this burgundy, which is great. And then we went back on Sunday to just have a sit and knit with the ladies from Lane magazine, and they talked about how they're not going to be putting out Lane next year, and how they have a book of sock patterns coming out in the near future. And we got to see previews of the photographs of those patterns. Some of them are they're all beautiful, and they're beautifully shot. It's going to be a great book. And of course, that's when I found out that the chunky yak will be discontinued, which is so unfortunate because I love working with it. It's so incredible. So I, of course, went in, and all they had left was the chocolate.
Aww.
Oh, no. So I came home with all of the chocolate. I think this with a teal would be really nice for that cropped, striped garter sweater, which is what I think I'm going to be doing with it. I'm going to find a alpaca or something teal, probably, and to go with it. And then, of course, I have a lone gray skein because it was the only one, and I couldn't leave it. I couldn't. So
sweet.
I came home with a lot of yak yarn. But I'm really excited because it's lovely to work with. It has a great drape. And I think I'll get a lot of wear out of these items because it feels, when you knit with it, it's soft, but also rustic feeling. So it gives you, there's something about when a yarn feels rustic, it feels more like it's going to last. So there is that positive to it. Not saying that soft things don't last. They just happen typically to pill more. I have found, at least. So that has been my haul. That has been what I have gotten this month. I know. And I'm just like, I don't need to get much more. I'm pretty good right now, except for that random fandom. I do need more of that. But you know, Christmas is coming up. I do think I'm only going to be knitting for the little ones. I might start the sweater for Cassie, though, that I've had for almost a year now. But she's also been learning how to knit, so I was kind of holding off, thinking maybe she might want to do her own sweater. But I don't think so, so I'm going to... No, I already did that one for her. No, it's the one from the Interweave Knits that's the, like, Navajo kind of pattern. Right. The slip stitch open cardigan thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm going to probably think about working on that. It lives in my living room and stares at me, making me feel not actually all that guilty because I don't know if Cassie remembers that I'm making that for her, but that's okay. But I know she'll love it when I do get to it. But that's kind of where I'm at. I'm in a very want to knit everything place. Yes. I also want to sew everything. Like I want to make all of the things right now.
Why don't you take your coat home and hand stitch the top stitching? That way you could wear it Thanksgiving. Really, what's left of your coat?
It's the snaps. What tops? We can talk about what top stitching I have to do, but just I don't know if I can do all much of it because it's going to take strength. I mean, I'll be able to push the needle through because this has a metal piece here, but
I would at least do the snaps so you could
do the snaps so I can wear it. Yeah. All right. And I did send some photos to Aunt Mary to be included in the calendar. So good amount of our knitwear. I sent the one from when we saw Andrea Mowry.
Oh, good.
Because it's a good picture of you, so I figured that would be good. And I told my aunt that she can crop out the third person in that photo because my grandmother won't know who Andrea Mowry is. But yeah, and then there's a few others, but it was very funny because I texted. My grandmother has a thing about photos where you can't see the person's eyes. However, there's a lot of photos of my parents and I on our sailboat. And I wear sunglasses on the boat all the time, essentially. And so you can't see my eyes. So unfortunately, my grandmother's just going to have to deal with it because that's where a lot of our photos are from recently. That's right. But other than that, and then to talk about what we're doing this week, because we'll see you on Sunday. But to give you a preview of what we're doing, my cousins and I have lost our collective minds. My mother and father are driving down tomorrow. My cousins are having dinner Virginia. With them tomorrow.
You're kidding.
Uh-huh. They're coming up then by train. They will be in Penn Station by midnight. They will then be taking the train out to me.
By one.
By one-ish. Yep. And then we will be getting up the next morning and going into my main office, which is on 6th Ave, and watching the parade from the office because it's inside.
Which may
and
be
then
wind delimited.
That's fine. We're at the 7th floor. We'll still see stuff.
Of course.
So then we're running crosstown to Penn Station and taking a train to be in Alexandria, Virginia by 5 o'clock or 5:30 for dinner. At which point we will be exhausted and probably a bit drunk and very excited to be in some semblance of a home. But the best part of all of this is that my father finally gets to live out his dream of having 2 Thanksgivings.
Right.
Because one of the other cousins has very wonderfully volunteered to have big Thanksgiving at his place. But of course it's lunch. So my father, when he heard this, was so excited. He goes, "Oh, I get to have 2 Thanksgivings!"
So we're picking my mom up. We're going to drive over to Michael's house for Thanksgiving 1. And then I don't think we're going to stay all that long, maybe 2 hours. And then come back, and I'm going to rest. Mm-hmm. And then we'll go over to, I guess, Aunt Mary's house for Thanksgiving evening.
I think everyone's doing at least a little bit at Michael's.
I said I'd pay for
Nice.
So
no, I just mean I think Aunt Mary and Uncle Rick are going to go over for a little bit too. I think we're all.
You're not making it.
We're not making it, but
and then on Friday, my brother and I were talking about it, and we thought it'd be a good time to drive down to Richmond and see his house, and get my mom in the car, bundle her in the car, and so she can get down and see where the house is. Because so far, she said, "Oh no, I don't need to go. I don't need to go." So I think if I go, maybe I can get her to go, and we can have her see what the house is going to look like. And then Saturday, we'll get up in the morning, we'll drive on home. So, I think we'll actually get home in a decent hour.
I think so.
So that'll be nice.
It will.
And I can rest again. I honestly don't think if I'm contagious today, I won't be contagious tomorrow. Because I've been taking all those antibiotics. And I'm going to cough until January or February. I mean, well, maybe January when we go down to Antigua. And I'm the hot Caribbean sun. So, that's the story around here. So I had no voice.
None whatsoever. And then, of course, my father really enjoyed asking questions that he needed responses to from the other room. And I'm just like, and I'd respond for her. And my favorite was, "I wasn't asking you." Then don't ask. So, yeah. But other than that, I think we're all good. It's really good to see everybody. Yeah. I hope you all have a very nice Thanksgiving if you're not Canadian, because the Canadians have already had their Thanksgiving. Well, and if you are abroad and not American, then we hope you have a lovely weekend. That's right. And we'll be recording again on Sunday. Yes. So we'll see you. Bye-bye. Bye.